Good morning. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. You can be seated. Once again, good morning. On behalf of President Wheatley, the deans, faculty, and administration, I would like to welcome you to DeVry University's 2013 commencement ceremony. This year marks the 82nd anniversary of DeVry University, and there is no better way to measure and celebrate such a rich history than the culmination of each student's journey, celebrated today through commencement. Commencement, by definition, means the beginning or the start. And each graduate that sits here today is truly at the beginning of a new journey. As we progress through today's ceremony, you will have an opportunity to hear from our administration and dignitaries on stage. So I would like to take a moment to introduce you to our most important guests today, our graduates. We have over 400 students graduating today. Sitting in caps and gowns today are full-time DeVry employees, amazing student workers, parents, grandparents, veterans, international students, and first-generation college graduates. In your vast differences, there is a common thread, and that is that you decided to pursue your education by working hard and dedicating yourself to this special day. Graduates, each of you adds something to the vast, rich history of DeVry University and the Keller Graduate School of Management, and we thank you for letting us celebrate on this memorable day. At this time, I would like to introduce President Joyce Wheatley.
Good morning. Welcome to the graduates, their parents, and other guests. On behalf of the faculty and staff of DeVry University, it is an honor to stand before you and recognize each graduate for the commitment and dedication that has been demonstrated in reaching this educational milestone. Today is a day of celebration, a day to celebrate all the hard work that got you to this place. Today is also a day of thanks, a day to thank all the people that helped you get here, the people who nurtured you, taught you, held your hand, and may even have dried your tears. Today is a day of reflection. Challenges come in many shapes and sizes. They range from the great quest of history and literature to conflicts in every sense of the word. Perhaps, though, the greatest challenges come from those internal struggles we have to deal with. Today is, among other things, recognition that you have faced up to your challenges. In doing so, you have claimed the title, and it is a title in every sense of the word. It is one that you will be able to carry with you for the rest of your lives. Today, you have earned your reward. It is a feeling and a moment that could not have been adequately explained or described to you at any point in your life other than today. So today is a great celebration of the challenge and through that, your achievement. You feel proud, delighted, and I hope a little relieved. Is that a true statement? Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. After all, this is not just the result of 1 year or even 3. It is part of a process that stretches back through college and down through elementary school. It is a result of your family's influence upon you. Therefore, when you thank those who have helped you, really acknowledge them. Without them, you would not be here. You are now on the cusp of one great leap into a world that is in need of your talents and abilities. It is a world that will be, in part, shaped by what you bring to it, which is why you have been urged to dream big. Personally, you rise out of the ashes of your former self, and you will now face new challenges. So these challenges will be different from anything you've encountered while at DeVry University. They will ask you to draw from deep reserves that you have just begun to put into place. Those reserves will lift you high and far, but you must not let that burn you out. It is a little like setting out on a long marathon and sprinting as fast as you can. You may race ahead of the pack, but soon you will be the one left behind, your reserves spent. You will have to learn not just how to pace yourself, but also that to reach any goal, you have to take it one step at a time. The world has great need of your talents. Make no mistake about that. Whatever you do, make things count, aim for big targets, and do not accept small measures from yourself. Hold on to the belief that anything is possible and you will do very well. Advantage is what you have today. Enjoy it, appreciate it, above all, use it well. After all, you are graduates of DeVry University and are well equipped for success. So I leave you with this thought. So go out there and show the world just what it's been missing.
Thank you, President Wheatley. Curtis Jenkins has over 20 years in information technology and business experience and is certified project management professional. Mr. Jenkins is the founder and CEO of CL Jenkins and Associates, a management consulting firm specializing in project management. Curtis is a senior project manager at Keystone Foods, a proteins processing company who is a major supplier to the quick service food industry. He also lends his years of expertise and experience to small businesses serving on executive advisory boards. Mr. Jenkins has an undergraduate degree in business administration from Temple University and a master's degree in the management of technology from the University of Pennsylvania's School of Engineering and Applied Sciences and the Wharton Business School. Curtis's personal vision is to change the world one person at a time. As such, Curtis is an active volunteer who believes in giving back to the community, believing that every relationship and contact should be meaningful and impactful. Mr. Jenkins is a member and leader in the National Black Data Processors Association since 2002, currently serving as the National Vice President of Membership Management. Curtis enjoys the positive relationships that this organization has given to him, including his last 4 career opportunities from this network. Mr. Jenkins has reciprocated with over 50 beneficial relationships for others and continues to be a catalyst for opportunities to the student and the professional members and corporate sponsors. In his spare time, which I don't know how much he has, but Curtis enjoys his family and friends, especially his 4 grandchildren. He also loves to travel and play golf. Mr. Jenkins also spends each day learning something fascinating and new. Please share in me by welcoming Mr. Curtis Jenkins as our 2013 commencement speaker.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that introduction. When I was listening to it, I kept saying, who is that guy? Came a long way from North Philadelphia. Greetings and salutations to President Wheatley, members of the faculty, proud parents, families, and friends, and above all, good morning and congratulations to the graduates of the DeVry University class of 2013. Let's give them a hand. I want to thank you for this extraordinary honor to be your keynote speaker. Before I provide my message, I want to tell you that when I first got the call to be the keynote speaker, I was really excited. And then after a while, I got a little anxious. And then it turned into downright fear. So I went on to YouTube and I looked up graduation speeches. And I saw a lot of great people such as Oprah Winfrey, Colin Powell, President Obama, and I noticed that these folks take about 30 minutes in their speeches. I also looked at comedians such as Steve Carell and Steve Colbert, and I noticed they take about 20 minutes in their speeches. Well, I'm neither celebrity nor comedian, because I was told I only get 10 minutes to talk to you here today. So I'm going to proudly take my 10 minutes, and it's still a great honor to be here in front of you. It is my hope that I'm a source of inspiration with my personal story, and I'm going to let you come on this journey with me on how personal relationships brought me to where I am today. The first thing I want to tell you is what you've accomplished here is something great. Let no one tell you that a college degree isn't worth it, isn't worth your time or worth your effort, because it is. Studies have shown that this is true, and there's 3 things I want to highlight. First of all, a higher earning potential. Studies have shown that your degree now puts you in a position that you earn twice as much as your counterparts with a high school diploma. Also, job satisfaction and stability. Because you have a degree, it is more likely that you'll be doing exactly what you're studying. So it's also likely that you'll stay in that job and have much more satisfaction. The other benefit that I thought was different is the future children benefits. But then when I realized what it said that when your parents have their degree, they push their children to have their degrees. So it looks like you guys are already taking care of your futures by getting your degree. So give yourselves another round of applause. So you've done this work to position yourselves for the next steps in your life. So what's next? You have resources such as hiredevry.com. You have a lifetime membership in the Alumni Association, and those are great tools to have. Hopefully you already have something lined up or are currently employed. However, I'm sure that immediate return on your investment is well within your sights. You're probably looking for gainful employment, a job change, or upward mobility. Many times people seek my counsel on those 3 things. When they do, I ask them 2 questions. The first question I ask is, what are your goals? You got to know what your goals are. You got to know how you're spending your days and nights and what you're working towards. You got to be able to clearly articulate what those goals are, because no one can help you if you are unable to do that. And you should also have them written down. The second question that I ask is, can your current network of friends, family, and professional relationships get you to where you want to go? I'm going to ask that question again. Can your current network of friends, family, and professional relationships get you to where you're going? Because that's key. If the answer is no, you have to take action. It's the right relationships that are key to achieving your goals and a better quality of life. Birds of a feather do flock together. I met a man who once told me that he can predict someone's future with a high degree of probability by checking out their peer group. So if your peer groups are doing well, it is likely that you're doing well also. If your peer groups aren't doing so well, it is likely that you're not where you want to be. So take some time after your graduation celebrations to think about where you are, the relationships that you have, and determine, can these people that I surround myself with and the time that I spend get me to where I want to be? I want to tell you about how I spent my time after getting my degree and the 3 most significant events that occurred in my life. Those 3 events are, I went back to school, I joined a volunteer organization, National Black Data Processors Association, and the third thing is I got to learn myself, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. I went back to school to continue learning, because like in the introduction, I try to learn something new every day. But also, I made a promise to my grandfather that I would go back to school and get my master's degree. I was the first in my family to get any college degree in his line, and he wanted me to get a doctorate. Maybe one day that there's an honorary doctorate waiting for me somewhere. However, my master's degree was a very significant investment in time that paid off. I developed relationships with friends who are now my friends for life. Many of my friends are leaders in their work and in their communities, and we share the same values of giving back. Some of my friends are CEOs, COOs, CIOs, or Chief Executive Officers, Chief Operational Officers, and Chief Informational Officers. They're leaders in their work, they're leaders in their community, and some of us also went into business together. We also serve on advisory board members for small businesses. This also includes some of the businesses from this same peer network. So together, we help each other succeed. The most important thing is we have a lot of fun together. We raised our families together, we travel the world together, and we help each other in our business and our community endeavors. Going back and getting a master's degree and developing the right relationships has opened my life and has given me and my family a better quality of life. Let me tell you a well-known fact. Do what you love, and the prosperity will follow. I believe that in order to receive, you have to give. I love people. I love learning. I love mentoring. I love sharing. And I love doing what I can to give back to the community that has done so much to give back to me. Joining an organization that allows me to volunteer my time and learn new things has produced some valuable results in my life. I chose National Black Data Processors Association because it's an information technology-based organization, so that relates to my career. But it also combines my passion for the